Hi, Scorpio. This is going to be your reading for the 6th through the 12th of January. Good for the Sun, Rising Moon, and Venus sign of Scorpio, but it's a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with all of you because it isn't meant for just one person. It's a general message. If this doesn't resonate, try watching readings for your Rising Moon or Venus sign on this channel. You could find some messages there instead. If you'd like to book a live and private one-on-one reading with me that's just for you, the link to my website to schedule a private reading with me is down in the description below this video. If you are new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe, please hit the bell. When you hit the bell, you'll get notifications and you'll know when I read for your sign. I read for you every week. How could I not? You're my favorite water sign. You're badass. Right now, it's Soma Chandra Scorpio. Let's get into it. So your advice moving into the next 7 days, Scorpio. Sorry, hopefully my mic's not scratchy, you guys. I'm getting a new mic tomorrow. Your advice for the week is lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. Vulture spirit in reverse, nothing is wasted, and stag spirit in reverse. Take the lead. So you need some protection messages. This week, you are going to be called, Scorpio, to be strong and have strength of character. There's a difference between being generous but being a doormat. Strength only comes when it's called for. You're going to have to be somewhat gracious and sort of have I feel you guys puffing up your chest and holding your breath and being like, okay, I have to be strong. I do have to have generosity of spirit, but it's more in a way of being compassionate and gracious, taming pride, taming emotion, having strength of character at this time. And again, knowing that difference between a generosity as well as the difference between generosity and just having someone take advantage of you. This will be important at some point in your life. Right now, you might be feeling like something has been a big fat waste of your time. It wasn't. You've gotten something out of a situation that's been bothering you. Vulture comes to clean up a mess. So let the vulture spirit come and clean up anything that's been decaying and rotting. Also, don't go for roadkill. And it's also important to make sure you allow other people to clean up their own messes. Right now, you might be dealing with a person that can't really take the lead. They're not a strong leader. You may need to be generous and clean up a little bit or help someone else with a leadership position. That would be where you're generous. The message of stag spirit is also you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So for some of you, you're meant to be taking the lead somewhere, either in a family dynamic, or perhaps in career. I don't feel like you have time for it, but it will be a generosity on your part as long as you have good boundaries. I do think you guys just need to be strong because you feel like you've been wasting your time in a situation because another person around you just can't take the lead. So you need to know that. At the center, there's a lot going on for you here. I felt a lot of different energy for you, Scorpio. Parts of your life are really great. There's this one relationship with either one of your kids or a family member or something like that that's strained. Maybe a romantic relationship that you're a little confused about. But I think family looks good for you. And I do think that you guys are definitely trying to make the best of something in your life. But there's something that you're struggling to communicate about. At the center of everything is the Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands. So I love the Nine of Cups. He's like, drinks on the house. The Nine of Cups for me is come what may, for better, for worse. I'm going to raise a glass and a toast to all my good fortune in life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's also possible that you've been connecting to someone that's somewhat indulgent. And because the challenge is the Four of Wands. It's do I go over to this person's house and hang out, or can we build a solid foundation on this happiness? I think right now, Scorpio, you guys are trying to just be grateful and satisfied for what you have in your life. And it's a feeling of contentment. The challenge might be a foundation in a relationship or even within your home. Some of you have just been happy at home. Some of you have been drinking a lot indoors. A lot of people have been rather indulgent and staying home a lot. It's one of the side effects of COVID. I do think that some of you are concerned about your health, or perhaps the health of a husband or a family member as well. So they definitely want you to get grounded at this point and get out more if you can. I think for some of you, that might be a relationship that there was a lot of fun and happiness, but it was somewhat of an indulgent. And the question is whether or not there's going to be a homecoming or you can build upon what's already in place. What's driving you in deep within or deep down is the moon and the king of pentacles. Who's this? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here, a husband, a father, married man. There seems to be some kind of a confusion about this person. There's something about them that you're not quite sure of. There's a truth that you might be having a difficult time seeing. Your feelings are telling you something, but it's making you confused about this person. You could also be the King of Pentacles too. Even if you're a woman, this is about career and long-term stability and being grounded and financial parts of your life, your family life as well. There is somewhat of a confusion for you. So listen to your intuition, Scorpio, about that part of your life or this person, whomever he is. This person might be having some emotional problems. This person might be confusing you as well. Like there's a lot of happiness here or somewhat of an indulgence maybe, and that might be confusing you. Recent past and in your subconscious, Eight of Pentacles in reverse to the Three of Cups. Honestly, I think that this is a person around you that might be confusing you. They're a lot of fun to hang out with, but it could have been a third party situation and someone's not really willing to put a lot of work into it. I'm also seeing that it's possible that you or someone you're connecting to is really going to kind of blow off work and spend more time hanging out with friends and having fun. Totally your choice this week. If it's a person around you, they just want to have fun and be friends and drink and be merry. They don't really want to put a lot of work into this. I also hear that one of your kids is going to totally just screw off with schoolwork this week or not work on something. If it's a relationship, they don't have anything else better to do, so they're just going to goof off, skip class, something like that. Yeah. What your guides are telling you to do all the time right now, Scorpio, 10 of Wands in reverse to the Seven of Cups. Okay, this is interesting advice, and it could apply to any part of your life. First of all, there are some burdens that you really need to release. The end of a cycle is near, and you might feel like you're doing it all. If you feel like you're doing it all right now and you're carrying heavy burdens, it's time to delegate to anyone else around you that can help you this week, Scorpio, and just continue to release the burdens. Okay, you don't have to do it all alone. For some of you, your guides are saying you need to let that shit go and start exploring some other options or opportunities in your life. If you've been confused and overwhelmed, I have two cards of illusion and wishful thinking. So watch out for anything like that in a relationship. And also, if you're feeling overwhelmed, try to look at life as an oyster of opportunities and choices, and that it's okay to do wishful thinking. This is the energy of Pisces, and Neptune teaches us that there's a difference between a fantasy and an illusion and a dream that you can wish for and turn into something real. So let go of your burdens and explore options in your life that, tickle your fancy in an emotional way. You might also be dealing with a person that's just wishful thinking and they have other choices, and you need to keep in mind that you do too. Next action coming in, Queen of Swords in reverse to the Nine of Swords. So this could be you or it could be a person you're connecting to. Frankly, I often get the Queen of Swords for Scorpio because you guys are tough. You'll come out as the King and Queen of Swords a lot. Yes, you're the King and Queen of Cups because you're water signs, but you're my Martian ruled water signs. You're death. You're fighters. You're strong. So if this is you, you are worried and stressed out and anxious about something, and you're a little more emotional about it when you need to be more in your head about it. Right now, you're easily influenced by your emotions, and it's causing you fear and anxiety and worry. This might be in regards to a situation where you need to have very clear boundaries and directly communicate and have unbiased judgment and be independent of mind and be independent, period, right now. You seem to be struggling with that if you're the Queen of Swords. This could also be a person around you that's being bitchy to you and you are stressed about it. They could be an air sign. Yeah, see this ghost up here haunting her? So if you've had bad dreams and anxiety, it could be about this person. It might be in regards to the judgment calls you're making, coming up with good solutions, and being direct in your communication and your boundaries with others. Some of you are all stressed out about something, but you won't come up with a solution and you won't be direct. So you might be doing this to yourself. You need to be very direct with others and have clear boundaries and come up with a good solution. Or some of you, like I said, are just dealing with a person that is stressing you out. I'm seeing some back and forth here. Like here's the 9 of Cups, but then it's the 9 of Swords. You might be getting kind of mad at a person because you can't figure them out here with the moon and you're starting to get confused. Your guides are saying, first of all, get out of your head about this and look at the facts right in front of you. Address your feelings of confusion. Is it an illusion or is it real? There's something that you need to let go of because something's just all fun and games, but not productive. The way you see yourself is the Queen of Cups and the Empress in reverse. So first of all, I'm seeing someone that wants to work on their health, in particular nutrition and weight. If you've struggled with anything like that, Scorpio, you're not alone. We have all been there, and I myself am going through that right now. We've all been home sitting a lot. I see a possible indulgence here for you that you need to address. I also see that some of you are having a hard time sleeping. If it's relationship, I think that you guys are trying to be classic water signs and be very loving and caring, but it might be to a fault. You could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus as well. Some of you have been really, really generous to a person or in a situation to the point where it might have hurt your self-esteem. That Queen of Cups sometimes has to put that cup down and love herself first. I see a need for self-care before you create this really emotionally sustaining environment for other people, because something is amiss here with the Empress in reverse. She's either like a hovering mom or someone that has like this Florence Nightingale syndrome where she's got to take care of everybody, not at the expense of taking care of yourself. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. I think that you have a lot of love for a person, but I think it's also maybe hurting your self-esteem to a degree because it's confusing you with the 7 of Cups and the moon here. So I took a look at the environment. I said, show me the person around them. Page of Cups in reverse, 7 of Swords in reverse, Ace of Wands. They've moved on and they feel guilt. They feel like they've been caught at something. They're also somewhat immature and they're not going to open up and apologize if they owe you an apology. This person has an emotional insecurity. This could even be one of your kids that's feeling a little bit of an imposter syndrome about something. This might be about something new that one of your kids wants to start in their life, but they're feeling insecure about it and they don't want to talk about it. Being lovey-dovey with them is only going to work to a point. You're going to have to be direct with them. It might hurt to do that for you, but if it's one of your kids, you're going to need to be a little bit more direct with them and straightforward and not so loving and generous in that way. You can be the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords at the same time. If it's a romantic partner, they don't want to talk. The Sun in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse is the mutual energy. So not a lot of clarity and not great at communication. These could be kids. This could be a person that's just acting immature with you. If it's a romantic partner, you're not their mommy. So why would you want to be? You know what I mean? They might be very indulgent. You may have indulged them to a degree. And now you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Just be direct with them. Just be very, very direct with them. And that'll help clear up any confusion. I see a person here. This King of Pentacles does seem to want to fulfill obligation, but sometimes the King of Pentacles isn't always great at expressing his emotions. Yeah, so keep that in mind. The way you feel, 10 of Cups, the Magician, the Ace of Swords. I see a very strong focus on long-term emotional stability for you right now. Family does look good. There's also something that you seem to want to manifest. Some of you really want to manifest a family or even the birth of a child. If you're trying to manifest a child, I don't know that you're the one with the fertility issue. It might be dad. Just go get it checked out at the doctor. Okay, if that's what you're trying to do here. I just heard that out of nowhere. I often hear health and physical body stuff when I read for the water signs. Why? I don't know. I just do. But I also see that some of you have recently had a really cool idea in regards to work or career or personal development. And you're like, okay, no one's going to do this for me. This is the thing. This is the one. I'm going to manifest this. You definitely want to have a breakthrough of some kind. But I can also see that family is important to you as well. Your family that's already in place. That looks good. You're going to have a great week, I think, at home with your kids possibly. Or I can see that it's important for you to manifest this stability. Some of you are dealing with an Aries, a Gemini, or a Virgo. You might be trying to help one of your young adult children find their right path. That's also nice too. Oh my God, I'm hearing so much. Some of you people are very psychic and you need a private reading. Because I'm hearing like 4 different storylines. Final outcome for the week though is Temperance in reverse and the High Priestess. So you Pisces here and Sag here. So a final outcome between yourself and another person in a relationship or a goal that you want to attain, you're going to need to listen to your intuition. It will guide you. You are very intuitive. You're a water sign after all. So listen to your intuition. Your intuition isn't correct. Someone may be kind of quiet and you may need some quiet time and solitude to think about something too, to hear what your intuition has to say. Also, there's something in your life or about a goal or a relationship that needs to be brought into balance. Temperance in reverse suggests a lack of moderation. One minute you might feel one way, one minute you might feel another way. You could be running hot and cold, or a person you're connecting to is. It's really time to work on balance, moderation, peace, and inner harmony, and determining the purpose of what you're doing. If you're wondering whether or not your angel is guiding you, it's here. You just need to listen to your intuition. Somebody might be kind of ghosty with you this week so that they can figure out what they want to do. But I think this is more you. The Fool in reverse, 6 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse, the Hermit. Okay. If this is you, Scorpio, you're having a hard time moving on from something that you're very haunted about. It's about a relationship or something from the past that was very one-sided. You've emotionally reevaluated it a very long time. It's also something that hurt you, but you seem to have a hard time walking away from, or I'm describing another person in your energy that's afraid to take a risk with you. I think that the relationship is a bit of a burned bridge. It could be a relationship with a previous employer as well. They didn't pay you enough or something like that. Painful ending. Any of you having health issues, you're not out of the water yet. Take care of yourself. Yeah. All right, Scorpio, that's your reading for the next 7 days. I hope that it resonates with you. And if it does, I hope it helps you. It's definitely time to be strong and be generous of spirit, but only to a point. Remember that nothing is really wasted. There is something that you need to heal from, though. And you can take the best lead possible in your life, but I think that there's someone around you that's struggling with that. So figure out how to be the best leader you can be in that situation and how to lead them appropriately. It looks like you need to be more direct and have better boundaries with this person and address the anxiety and some of the confusion. Keep your options open always in life, right? The world is your oyster. Oh, right. They do have advice. I'm sorry. I can see that you're waiting to talk to a person, Scorpio. This person's not very compassionate and diplomatic at this moment. They're moody and emotional. You will be waiting a while. You'll be waiting a while. Yeah. All right, my dear ones, that's your reading for this week. I'm always listening to the universe for you. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. Peace. I'll see you next time.